Gentlemen, let's get real. The deepest sting isn't always betrayal. Sometimes it's holding a woman close while knowing in your gut that her heart, her attention, and even her silence are already somewhere else. Have you ever felt like you're her entertainment, her therapist, and her ego boost, but never her man? If that hits home, keep watching. Because today, I'm breaking down the 8 clear signs that she's not truly with you. She's just using you for attention. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly when to walk away and reclaim your power. I am Jane, and if you're new here, this is the real Ask Jane. Before we dive in, subscribe to this channel so you never miss the raw truths most men never get to hear. Now, let's jump right in. Sign number 1. She loves the chase but hates the catch. Some women are addicted to the thrill of pursuit. They light up when a man is proving himself, texting nonstop, planning dates, chasing her as if she's the prize to be won. But here's the harsh truth. The moment you stop running and expect her to meet you halfway, the spark fades. Because it was never about you. It was about the high of being wanted. Ask yourself, does her energy rise when you're chasing her, but vanish the moment you slow down? If the only time she shows interest is when you're putting in 100%, that's not attraction, that's a game. And here's where so many men fall into the trap. She pulls back, and you double down. You tell yourself, maybe I need to try harder, maybe she's testing me, maybe this is a challenge I have to win.
No.
You're feeding her addiction. And the more you play along, the less she'll ever respect you. Flip the script. A woman who genuinely cares won't just enjoy being pursued, she'll enjoy building with you. If she loses interest the second things get real, you need to accept this truth. She was never searching for love, only validation. Sign number 2. She flirts with you, but never commits. This one is dangerous because it keeps men hooked longer than they should be. She gives you just enough to spark hope, but never enough to move things forward. She might call you babe. She might send playful messages, brush your arm when you're together, or say things that fire up your imagination. But the second you try to turn that spark into something real, asking her out, deepening intimacy, or having a serious talk, she slams on the brakes. Suddenly it's, I'm not ready, or let's just keep it casual. Now listen carefully. If she's always hinting but never progressing, she's not building with you. She's keeping you in limbo. And again, the mistake men make here is believing persistence will change her. They think if they wait, if they romance her harder, if they prove themselves, she'll eventually give in. But that's the trap. She's dangling a carrot she never plans to let you taste. If she thrives on flirtation but blocks commitment at every turn, understand this. You're not dealing with genuine affection. You're dealing with a tease. And the longer you play, the deeper you fall into a cycle she controls. Like this video if you've ever felt that pull, because many men stay silent about it. By hitting like, you're not just supporting me, you're reminding other men that they're not alone in this struggle. Sign number 3. You feel drained, not valued. At the end of the day, the loudest red flag isn't always what she does. It's how you feel after dealing with her. A healthy connection makes you feel energized, respected, and appreciated. But when you're being used for attention, you feel the opposite. You walk away empty, like you've given more than you got. You feel anxious about where you stand, uncertain if she actually cares, and frustrated because nothing you do ever feels enough. Pause and reflect. After spending time with her, do you feel stronger or weaker? Do you feel secure or second-guessing yourself? That exhaustion you carry isn't random. Your mind may excuse it, but your body knows the truth. And the mistake many men make is silencing that gut feeling, convincing themselves they're overthinking, or hoping things will get better with time. But if you consistently feel drained, it's because she's taking, not giving. The right woman won't have you doubting your worth. She will lift you, not leave you empty. And keep watching, because the next sign will reveal one of the most overlooked ways men get strung along without even realizing it. She's supposed to make you feel stronger, calmer, and more valued simply by being in her presence. But if all she leaves you with is doubt, exhaustion, and a heavy heart, then my brother, that's not a relationship. That's emotional theft. Sign 4. She's addicted to validation, not connection. This type of woman thrives on being admired, not on building anything meaningful with you. Conversations won't feel like bonding, they'll feel like a stage show. And guess who's always the star? Her. Notice the constant fishing. Do you think I look good in this? Did you see how many likes I got? Tell me again why you like me. She craves endless reassurance, and you're expected to be her cheerleader on demand. But here's the catch. When the spotlight turns to you, your struggles, your victories, your goals, she suddenly zones out. Maybe she changes the subject. Maybe she gives you a dismissive, "Oh, that's nice," before pulling the focus right back to herself. It's a one-way street. Ask yourself, does she ever dive deep into your world? Does she remember the little details you share? Or does her energy only spark when the topic is all about her? Because when a connection feels shallow and one-sided, you're not building intimacy. You're simply feeding her ego. And don't fall into the trap of thinking this will change once you prove yourself. Many men believe that the more validation they give, eventually she'll reciprocate. Truth is, women who thrive on constant attention aren't looking to connect. They're looking to collect. So if you're pouring out compliments and emotional energy but receiving nothing real in return, it's time to pull back. A woman who genuinely values you doesn't just want to be admired, she wants to admire you too. Fellas, have you ever dealt with a woman who only wanted endless praise but never gave any of it back? If so, drop the phrase "one-way street" in the comments so other men know they're not alone. Sign 5. She only reaches out when she's bored. This one's a classic. Pay attention. You'll notice she disappears the moment her life gets exciting, then magically reappears the second things go quiet. Think about it. When she's with her friends, caught up with work, or wrapped around the guy she really wants, your phone stays silent. But the second she's home alone, restless, or craving an ego boost, suddenly you're her favorite person again. And here's the truth. It's not about you. You're just filling the empty spaces in her day. Basically, you're her in case of boredom contact. Don't get flattered when the sudden attention arrives. She texts you late at night, and you think it means she's interested? No, it just means you're convenient. And never confuse convenience with connection. Ask yourself, does she ever reach out to plan something meaningful in advance? Or is it always last minute, only when she's got nothing else to do? If she never makes you part of her priorities and only uses you for entertainment, you already have your answer. So the next time she calls when she's bored, flip the script. Don't rush to pick up. Don't reward her with instant replies just because she suddenly remembered you exist. Because the more you play along, the more she'll keep using you for attention. Sign 6. She never makes time for you. Let's be real. When a woman values you, she'll make time. Period. It doesn't matter how packed her schedule looks. If she truly wants you, she will carve out space. But when she's just using you for validation, the pattern flips. Suddenly, she's always too busy. Too busy for you, yet somehow never too busy for brunch with the girls, hours scrolling TikTok, or binge-watching the latest Netflix drama. So, what ends up happening? You're constantly rearranging your schedule, bending over backwards to see her, while she never once makes an effort to bend for you. And here's the harsh truth. If she never prioritizes you, it's because she doesn't see you as a priority. If you've ever told yourself, she's just busy, let me be real with you. She's not too busy. She's just not putting you first. And the mistake so many men make is trying to compensate. You send more texts, bend your schedule, become extra accommodating, almost begging for her time. But here's the truth. The more you do that, the less she values you. Because you've trained her to believe you'll always be available, no matter how little she gives back. Gentlemen, if she's always too busy for you, stop chasing. Pull back and let her feel what life is like without your presence. A woman who genuinely wants you will never gamble with losing you because she's busy. Sign number 7. She keeps you around while entertaining other men. This one cuts deep because it shows her real intentions. She'll take your loyalty, your energy, your focus, yet she doesn't give the same commitment back. Maybe she says, well, we're not exclusive. But at the same time, she still expects you to pick up her call, to be at her service, to act like you belong only to her. Meanwhile, she's out there dropping thirst traps online, replying to DMs from strangers, and hanging out with just friends who are clearly a little too interested. And here's where the double standard hurts. If you even glance at another woman, suddenly she's jealous. But when she's entertaining her lineup, she says it's no big deal. That's not love, that's a power play. Don't deceive yourself by thinking, well, she talks to other guys, but she spends more time with me, so I must be the one she really wants. That's not the truth. That's your ego talking. If she's keeping her options open while demanding your exclusivity, you're not her priority. You're her safety net. And Jane is telling you now, stop competing for a spot you never even signed up for. A woman who respects you won't keep you guessing. She'll show you with clarity that you're the one she chooses. If this message is hitting you, take a second to like this video, not just for me, but so more men can get this kind of truth that most never hear. Sign number 8. She only shows up when she needs something. This one should sound familiar because it's one of the clearest patterns of being used. You're not her partner. You're her fixer, her problem solver, her backup plan. Notice how she calls when her car breaks down, when she needs a little cash, when she's low on energy, or when life feels heavy. But the moment you need her, her comfort, her encouragement, her time, suddenly she's nowhere to be found. That's not intimacy. That's a transaction. Don't confuse it. Many men fool themselves thinking, she trusts me, she relies on me, that must mean she cares. No. She leans on you because it's convenient, not because she's invested in your life. Ask yourself, when was the last time she called just to check on you, without needing something? When was the last time she celebrated your wins, or stood by you in your struggles? If every interaction is about what you can do for her, you're not in a relationship. You're in a one-sided exchange. Be honest. If it feels one-sided, it probably is. Stop being her emotional crutch, her emergency hotline. Because the more you allow it, the more she'll take, and the emptier you'll become. If she vanishes the moment her problem is fixed, hear me clearly. You're not her partner. You're her tool. And no man who respects himself should ever accept that role. So, let's bring it all together. If you can identify even half of these signs in your situation, it's time to face the truth. She's not trying to build anything lasting with you. She's simply fueling her own ego at your expense. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to break free. Respect yourself enough to see when you're being played. Then choose differently. Put your time, your focus, and your love into a woman who truly values you. That's how you build a future that feels good on both sides. I want you to do 2 things for me now. First, comment below if you've ever been through something like this, because your story might be exactly what another man needs to find the strength to walk away. And second, if this video gave you clarity, subscribe to the channel. Not just for me, but so we can keep building a space where men support men with honesty and courage. And don't forget to like this video so I know you want more of these real, unfiltered conversations. I'm Jane. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you in the next one.